welcome to the special video where we'll be covering figures that I would like to see that make a pop-up parade for. Alright, let's start with number 5, Fire Force, released in 2019. This figure does have the scale figures from Kotaro, but they're very pricey. You'll definitely have to have Shinwa, the main protagonist in the series, either in the iconic firefighter uniform or in the orange outfit. Being in the orange outfit, it could mean they can cut back a bit on costs and put those extra visuals to put effects into the figures. Just follow along from the top of the book here, scales, and we got to have Arthur as well, also in the uniform, and then give him his plasma sword. I'm thinking orange bases for these characters. And then we also have Benimaru, massive 1/8 scale, have a bit more static pose. I think that's part of the reason why the pop-up parade line is the price point, as the poses are not super dynamic. And they seem to have a more dark blue base. Have a figure of Maki as well, and then we have flame spirits too, ready to fight. Moving on to number 4, we have Ranking of Kings, released in 2021. There have been some prize figures released by Fan Press Store, but they were super small. They were like 2 inch, 5 centimeters tall, and the price was way too high. As well as the Lendoloid, which I have on pre-order. I think it'd be awesome if the Borgi could come with Kage as well. As part of the Fan Press Store line, they released one of Daida, so we're going to have him as part of the pop-up parade line. It would be cool to have the mirror as an extra accessory. That'd be kind of cool. Moving on to number 3, Oddtaxi, released in 2021. While Guzman Company have released some plus toys of these, it looks great as a plus toy. What I really think this series really needs is some awesome pop-up parade. First off, definitely want the main character, Oddtaxi, the Oda, the texture himself, with his iconic shirt and hat. I guess I'll give him a yellow base or orange base to match his shirt. He's probably likely to only release Cell 2. The other figure should be Dobu, the antagonist of the series, and contrast well with the main character. And he can have a more maroon color base to match his jumper. If that can do 3, I definitely would love to have a pop-up parade of Shirakawa. We all really remember her for It's a Dance, which I might find in this video. For those that know what I'm talking about, you probably can already hear the music. Alright, moving on to number 2. Kotaro Lives Alone. This was actually quite a surprise hit. I enjoyed this way more than I expected to. And don't let the simple design and animation throw you off. Definitely a figure of Kotaro-kun with his sword. But I can really see him stand on a wet base, mainly for his larger than life personality, and that's how cool he is. And if they only do a pair, they definitely need to have him released with Shushumu. Look a bit bland, I'll definitely probably give him a grey or a dark base. He's also a manga artist in the show. I guess it worked well with the colour theme of making all tonal colours. What we really want is a Cell 4. So the third figure for this pop-up parade line should have Mitsuki, the other neighbour to Kotaro-kun. He's very bubbly and adds a lot of sunshine to the anime. I guess probably give this a more pink base, and who can fit through that, the ex-Yakuza, Asamu-san, with his very loud outfit. Probably give him a purple base, just to connect with his outfit, but as well his personality. Alright, before moving on to number 1, if you have been enjoying this video series so far, please give me a like. And I guess if I hit more than 25 likes, I'll consider making a second one as well. Alright, moving on to number 1, we have Aggrestuko, released in 2018. A very iconic design, I guess not surprisingly, coming out from the studio who created Hello Kitty, who's got the same design sense from Sanrio. There have been some Funko Pops released for the main character Aggrestuko, which I guess worked well because she does have black dot for eyes. Both her form, office worker, and her karaoke death metal form. It would be great to have this come in pairs, or even just come in a set with both the office and the death metal face. If this only comes as 2, definitely have the semi-antagonist, Director Tom. May not be a favourite for many of you, and you may see your boss in him as well, but I just think it fits really well as a pair. Personally, I'd like to see up to 5 set for this, where iconic characters. Next one will definitely be Haida. It'd be great if you can give him his guitar as well, but I think his office uniform is fine. And for sure, definitely have to include Cardano. Such an interesting character, and we'd add so much dynamics to the show. And the 5th one, for me, would definitely have to be Feneko. Such a supporting character to Aggrestuko, but also is quite funny and definitely happy carrying her phone around. Also, feel free to comment what characters you like to see as pop-up parade figures, and that was my list for figures that I would love to see as pop-up parade. If you'd like to see me unboxing figures, please go over here, or if you'd like to see me talk about up-and-coming figures, go over here. Alright, see you in the next video, bye!